went to a couple of estate sales yesterday and today, and I don't know if I've ever really been to one actually before today or yesterday, and it's really weird. I think going to an estate sale because you're walking through someone's house. They're selling everything, and it's just weird. I don't know. I mean, that's someone's home, and you're just walking through and picking stuff up. Going, I want to have that. You pay for it, but still, it's strange. The one I went to yesterday, it was obvious an old person had lived there, um, and I don't know if they died or moved away or whatever, but it was obvious that the person or persons were elderly. Um, I went there late in the day, so I think I missed anything that would have been good in the house. It was just slim pickings. I'm sure today, why bother? Because it was empty pretty much yesterday at 4. And what I thought was weird in the bathroom is they had a table set up in the bathroom with stuff that was in the bathroom just out priced. And again, I'm assuming that the person was elderly. It smelled elderly. There's an old people smell. There was a ramp in the back, and a lot of the stuff was dated, decades earlier in terms of the decor and all that. But there were easily 4 or 5 boxes of old Kotex pads, not old used, mind you, but old. One box seriously looked like it was from the 70s. If my hands weren't full, I would have taken a picture. Um, I don't know why you would keep those, and then why would you sell them? They're obviously, well, I can't say obviously. I would assume that you would buy those for novelty purposes because really 40-year-old maxi pads. Of course, back in the day, they were like, it's really thick. I don't, which explains why the box was probably well, which explains why the box was gigantic. I mean, the box was, it was this big, and it was, yeah. So I got a few things from that house. I got a couple of books, a magazine, nothing major. Back here, I don't know if you can see that. That's a little record player. I bought that. I know this whole record thing. The reason why actually bought this, it plays 45s, 33s, and 78s. So I could listen to, the few 78s that I have if I really wanted to on that. I don't know what condition the needle's in, so I don't know. It looks like it's from the early 70s. Today's estate sale, in some respects, was weirder than yesterday's. Um, I wish I had gone yesterday because there was some cool stuff there that was not there today. I was looking at the pictures online, and it had I can't remember the guy's name. Stanley something counterculture organization was sponsoring the estate sale, and it was his estate, that Stanley guy. So I thought, well, that sounds like well, I'm just gonna look this guy up. So he recently died of a heart attack. He looked like in his early 60s, late 50s. So he wasn't an old guy. Um, so kind of a local celebrity. He wasn't a musician, as far as I could tell from the article and his house, but he seemed to be somewhat in the music biz, whether he was a promoter or something, because in his house, he did have pictures on his wall from the 80s, people like in hair bands. Yeah, hair bands. Those people that had really big 80s hair that were in these maybe metal bands. I don't know. He had some of those on the wall. It looked like in his bedroom. And a huge, extensive porn magazine collection. In fact, the porn magazine collection was so big, they weren't allowing minors in the house at all. The front door said no minors, and it said that on the website, um, no minors, adult content. So you walk in, you see the big sign on the door, no minors. You're like, oh my God, what's in there, And again, most of the house had been picked through yesterday because most of these estate sales, at least here, are Friday and Saturday. And so by Saturday, there's really not much left. However, today, there were shelves and shelves of porn magazines still. Maybe people weren't buying them. I don't know, but there were a lot of magazines. I don't know. There may be some collectability in those because of their age. A lot of the magazines, at least the ones that were there today, were from the 70s, 80s maybe. I didn't really look, although you couldn't help but see some of the magazines. There were gentlemen parked in front of the shelves, so I didn't really go investigate too closely, to be honest. But it seems like, I mean, to me, porn magazines are kind of like, I don't know. You wouldn't buy someone's used underwear. Porn magazines seem a little personal, considering probably in most likely what they were used in conjunction with the activity. I don't know. It just seems icky that you would buy someone's porn magazines, don't you think? And I don't know, walking through someone's house, he didn't, nothing had been repaired in years. I mean, the ceiling was sort of coming down in the kitchen. The kitchen? Yeah, in the kitchen there was like a giant hole with sheetrock sort of hanging down, and in the closet there was, I don't even know what was going on in there, so stuff growing on the wall. It was nasty. It was nasty. Like people live like that. But I'm not going to make a habit of going to estate sales because I don't really need to be buying more junk. I have plenty of my own. And yet I go to, my Curiosities store and I buy junk. I don't know. I went there today, speaking of junk, and I bought some stuff. They had on the counter when you first walk in, because it's October, and I am decorating my house today. I took a break to take a video to go shopping. But I'm now, after this video, I'm going to go finish decorating the house for Halloween. I bought some vintage Halloween things, which yesterday's estate sale, one of the main reasons I went there is because they had some vintage Halloween stuff, but by the time I got there they were all gone. But this is one of those noisemaker things. The little tag said they were from the 50s, and I got this one too. It's a little blower that I will not be sticking my mouth on for sure, but it's just I don't know how well that'll come out. A little owl. It's just cool. So it'll go with my vintage collection, and these were really inexpensive, so that's always nice. I collect cameras a little bit. I don't want to really get heavy into it because, again, it's a space issue. But I figure every once in a while to buy one would not be bad. This Argus camera. I need to go online. I've got another Argus. I want to kind of research and figure out the year and a little bit about the cameras, because I think it's good to be informed. If you're going to collect something, you should at least know what it is. So that's that. And then for art projects, I bought some more letters. I just think the letters are fun to put on the backs of things, and the stamps, and these are from 1932. I thought they might be interesting. 1931. So I'll have fun, reading them, and 2, using them on something. And then I like to buy these. They're jars full of crap, because you never know what you're going to get. And in a lot of cases, it's junk. The last one I bought, it really looked like someone cleaned out a junk drawer and just dumped it in a bottle and sold it. Because a lot of it was trash, really. It's like, seriously. But this one looks like it actually has some interesting items in it. The way Curiosities is set up, they have category areas. They have a little children's toys area, which is where I bought this one. It's all old kids stuff, and I know that children don't shop in that area, but it's all children's toys. So I looked at this, and of course there's a little Tim badge, but there's also a straight razor. What is that? Why would you put a straight razor in with kids' toys and stuff? I don't even get that. But You know, typically when you buy these jars full of crap, because that's really what it is, there's at least one item in there that's made going through all of it worth it. And with the last one, I dump it all out, pick all the good stuff, trash what is obviously really just garbage that gets in there. So then I can deal with all the good stuff if there's any. And there looks like there's some cool stuff in here. So I'm looking forward to going through that later this evening. Wow, I've rambled on for a bit, so I'm gonna cut it off here. I may make another video today because I did some artwork too, and it's just yeah. And then tomorrow I will show you the decorated Halloween house. Ooh. Sorry. Bye.